Alright guys, so I just spent the day just kind of taking the bearings out of the balance shaft journals in the middle of the block. I made this. I took some plastic stock, and I don't know if you can see, there's a little ridge there. Alright, so here's what was in there, and I just made this. Grabbed some plastic stock. We had random shit laying around, and I just guesstimated the size and see how that fits on there. I could knock these bearings out. And the reason why we're knocking them out is because this groove with this hole, that's what lubricates these balance shafts right here. And what we're doing is we made some rings out of steel that are a really tight press fit. Even if the engine expands a couple thou, hopefully they'll stay in. We don't need nothing flying around in there. But here's the steel ring we made. We already pressed in or hammered in the first one, the really hard one that's way down in the bottom. We'll get some video of me pressing in or hammering in this easy one. I still got to deburr it just a little bit because we don't need any fresh shavings in our engine. And then on the end of the balance shaft here, this bearing here, I have to find some steel or aluminum, something solid that I can spin it down to this diameter and then spin it down to this diameter and then just lock it down, because this also gets lubricated and pumps up to somewhere else. So here's the broken piece. So this would sit there, and then there'd be another fat piece on the bottom. Let me go see if I can find the fat piece. Yeah, that would sit there. That would sit there, and then this sits just like this to drive it home. But when I was driving it home, it went bloop, and I'm like, oh. So I take my magnet and I put the ring in like that. Oops, I forgot to lube her up. I cut a generous lead in. So there we go. So now the magnet's holding it in to where the bore needs to go. So there in comes the socket. I know it's bright and shiny, hard to see. There we go. Start tapping her in. Take the socket off. Give her a little whackage on the bottom. I don't know if you can see, she's a little out of alignment. That straightened her up some. I'm trying to get her to go in there as straight as possible. As you can hear, it's a very tight fit, which is what we need. Take the magnet out. Hey, there she goes. She's going quick now. Almost home, guys. This is like a 4/1000th fit or so, 3 or 4/1000th fit. That's why it's going in there so hard. But I wanted it that way so it doesn't come out while the engine is running. Oh, all missed. I looked up, just like when you're golfing. When you look up, you miss the ball. Oh, she's getting there. She's inside the race now. See how it's nice and solid, touch, hits. Let's check, see how far in we are, see if we're even on both sides. Got about an eighth there, and an eighth there. We're home, guys. We are home. Let me see if I can get you a side shot of what we did. Oh shoot, lost our socket. There we go. Just got to plug her back in. You could just barely see it, but right there is that ring I made and pounded in into the bowels of the Indian. So, I know it's a little bright, gentlemen, but there is the ring that we pounded in. It's about even on each side, so that means we got the oil galley plug on both sides. Also, I don't know if you can see, guys, I put the oil squirter things. I think they just keep the, like I say, the side walls on the pistons and the wrist pins, all that good to go. One set of balance shaft oil block offs done. Like I say, we still have to do this set here. There's one there, but those are easy. Those aren't the hard ones. We got the hard ones out of the way. Right here and right here is where the oil galleys in the actual block are. So there's a hole here and a hole here inside this journal. So now if I had some way to tap that, I would just put a pipe plug in it, just like we did for the tensioner oil spot, which is right here. So instead of this galley feeding this tensioner, I plugged it on the tensioner itself with just a cast iron plug. Machined it. There's a video of me machining it. If you want to go check it out, it's in the playlist somewhere. But don't need that tensioner. That's the balance shaft tensioner for the chain. So if we're taking off the balance shafts, there's no need to have the oil. So all these galleys that we're plugging up, that's gonna, like, this one will be plugged, this one, and the two in there. Once we plug all those up, then there'll be way more pressure, oil pressure in our car. So all these main journals, all the Conrod big end journals, and everything that goes up to the cylinder head, it'll be going to like the critical things now. Let me see if I can get a shot down the tube. There we go. Yeah, you can see right in there. Let's see. See, right there is our plug that we put in for the galley. Let's see if we can see the other one. Yeah, here's the other one. There we go. That's even better shot instead of down by the cylinder board. So, anywho, guys, I'm going to get out of here, have a smoke a treat, get ready for work, get out of here. So, I'll talk to you later, gentlemen, and always stay safe out there, and car love.